As many of you know, the Northeast has gotten its share of snow this winter. What you might not know is that not only do I have more power tools than any boyfriend I've ever dated, but I also love the plow that I put on my little Jeep Wrangler. I know, not the normal chick, but I save a lot of money each year not having to pay to get the office dug out. You know, as I was plowing today, it made me think back to the days when I was a manager at Spa Lady in Washington, D.C. So I decided to do a tutorial on how to generate sales no matter what the weather or any situation for that matter. Let's go into the studio. So the shoveling's done, the plowing's done, we're back in the studio, and I was talking to you about my days in Washington, D.C. as a salesperson, and specifically using opportunities to create a reason to buy. And you know, it's funny, when I lived in Washington, D.C., anytime it snowed, the entire city completely shut down. I mean, everything. And, you know, being from the Northeast, I found this quite amusing, but it was also frustrating because at the time I was a manager at a facility that had 42 locations, and when it snowed, it was a goose egg on the books. I mean, employees didn't come in, of course, customers didn't come in except those that could walk to the club, and I came in because, heck, I had a Jeep. And those of you who are car fans, I used to have a 1977 CJ5 Jeep with a Chrysler 355 3-speed. That thing was screaming, not the one in the video today. But the bottom line was that I said, well, this is crazy. Let's use this as an opportunity. And I used to go pick up all my employees, and then I would we'd get on the phones, we'd sell the memberships using a snow special, and then we'd have to drive around and, of course, get the contract signed to get the credit cards wrong. You know, it's not like you could call it in back then. It was the days where you had the little cha-ching machine, right? And you had to come back and then call it in telephonically and get an authorization code. And so anyway, bottom line was we crushed it. We absolutely crushed it because we actually took the bull by the horns, so to speak, and did it. And the reality is that prospects need urgency, and why not give them a reason to buy today, particularly if they're the type of prospect who's been in your system for a while, you know, the one that's been hanging around, and you know, you keep calling and they keep telling you they're going to do it. Well, give them any reason to buy. For example, circumstances like the snow, maybe the air conditioning goes out, we had a power failure, you know, some sort of catastrophe in the area, who knows, but any circumstance can provide you with a reason to create some sort of special. A holiday, of course, those are the most traditional, and there's always holidays, right? You've got one just about every single month of the year. Then you've got special events like Super Bowl, the World Series, etc., and even special dates, you know, so like a birthday or an anniversary or something else that's going on that might be, you know, interesting to create some sort of special. Now, some of you say, well, gosh, Casey, I don't like the discount. You know, well, I'm not suggesting that you use a pricing special. Certainly it might be something that you do, but, you know, I'm talking back in the 80s when pricing specials and, you know, memberships, that was a really very successful way to do it, and there wasn't a lot of competition, so it wasn't a big deal. But how about value added? How about if you buy today, we're going to throw in this 3-pack of personal training or massage or some whatever it is, right? Is there some value added? How about some gift or some goodies? You know, so maybe it's not a service, but maybe they get a gym bag or, you know, a coupon, or maybe you're going to say anyone who buys today during the snow special, we're going to put you in a raffle to win a 5-pack of personal training. You know, the sky is the limit. You don't have to be limited here. Get some help from marketing partners, right? So are there local businesses that would donate some sort of coupon that you could use in a raffle like that? The bottom line is you need to create excitement. I say this a lot. Entheos. God-like. That creates the word enthusiasm. You have to be enthusiastic to create some sort of special. Give your team incentives for getting the job done that day. Individual incentive, team incentives, and bottom line, have some fun. Make some excitement out of an event, out of a holiday. Use it as a way to create urgency and ultimately sell more memberships. This is Casey from CaseyConrad.com. And I hope you've enjoyed this. If you've got some questions, email me at casey@caseyconrad.com, and maybe I'll answer them in my next blog post.